Welcome to It's English Podcast, where English feels easy, calm, and natural.
Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to another episode of the It's English Podcast. I'm Mary.
And I'm Brian. And wow, Mary, do we have something special for you today?
We really do. You know that feeling when you're lying in bed at 2 a.m., scrolling through your phone, thinking about all the incredible things you want to achieve?
Oh yes, the midnight motivation moment, when everything feels possible.
Exactly. You're imagining yourself fluent in English, running a successful business, traveling the world, waking up at 5 a.m. like those people in the videos.
And then what happens the next morning?
The alarm goes off, you hit snooze 3 times, then you finally wake up, grab your phone, and spend 45 minutes watching videos about productivity instead of actually being productive.
The story of my life. I have 27 saved posts on Instagram about morning routines. Have I done any of them?
Nope. And this is what we're talking about today. That strange, frustrating, totally relatable combination of being ambitious but lazy.
You dream big, you plan big, you want big things. But when it's time to actually do the work, your body says, how about we don't?
Yes. And if that sounds like you, please don't close this video feeling bad about yourself. Because here's the truth. You are not broken.
You're not damaged. You're not hopeless. You're just human. And your brain is doing exactly what brains do.
So today, we're going to explore this together. Why does this happen? Why can you want something so badly and still not do it? And more importantly, what can you actually do about it?
And we're going to do all of this in slow, clear English. This is a B1 level episode, which means if you're an intermediate learner, it's perfect for you.
And if you're A2, a bit below intermediate, you can still follow along. Don't worry if you don't catch every single word. Just listen, relax, and let the language flow over you.
We're also going to do something special at the end. We'll break down some really useful vocabulary from today's episode and explain it in super simple English.
So stick around. And hey, before we dive in, if you're getting value from this podcast, please hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. Tell us, are you ambitious but lazy? What's the biggest dream you have that you haven't started yet?
All right, Mary, let's start with the elephant in the room. Why does this happen to so many people?
Great question. I think the first thing we need to understand is that ambition and action are actually two completely different things.
Explain that more, because in my head, if I want something, I should automatically do it, right?
That's what we think should happen. But here's what actually happens. Your brain loves dreaming. Dreaming is safe. Dreaming feels good. When you imagine yourself fluent in English or running a company, your brain releases happy chemicals.
So I get a reward just from thinking about success?
Exactly. Your brain thinks, this feels great. Let's stay here. But when it comes time to actually do the work, the hard, uncomfortable, uncertain work, your brain says, wait, this doesn't feel safe anymore.
So it's like my brain is sabotaging me?
Not sabotaging, protecting. Your brain's number one job is to keep you safe and conserve energy. Big changes, uncertain outcomes, hard work with no guarantee, that all feels dangerous to your primitive brain.
Oh, wow. So when I procrastinate, I'm not being lazy, I'm being scared?
Often, yes. Let me give you an example. Imagine you want to start speaking English with native speakers online.
That's terrifying.
Exactly. Your brain knows that. So what does it do? It keeps you busy with other things. Oh, I need to organize my notes first. Oh, I should watch 5 more YouTube videos about conversation tips. Oh, let me make a perfect study plan.
And suddenly 3 months have passed and I still haven't had a single conversation.
But you feel busy. You feel like you're doing something. This is what I call productive procrastination.
Productive procrastination. I love that term. When was the term productive procrastination? It's when you're doing useful things, but not the thing you actually need to do.
Perfect definition. You clean your entire room, you organize your bookshelf, you make a beautiful color-coded schedule. All of these feel productive, but they're actually just ways to avoid the main thing.
I feel so called out right now. Last week, I spent 2 hours organizing my computer files instead of recording a practice English video.
See, your brain was protecting you from potential embarrassment. What if the video is bad? What if people judge me? Better to organize files. That's safe.
Okay, so if this is a protection mechanism, what do we do? How do we actually move forward?
That's exactly what we're going to explore next. But first, let me ask our listeners something. Does this sound familiar? Have you ever caught yourself doing productive procrastination? Leave a comment and tell us about it. We want to hear your story.
Okay, Mary, so we understand why our brains resist big tasks, but here's my question. Some days I have energy, some days I have zero energy. Why is that?
Brilliant question. Because being lazy isn't really about being lazy at all. It's about energy management, and most of us are terrible at it.
What do you mean?
Think about your phone battery. If you have 10% battery, you don't try to play an intense video game, right? You might check a text message or listen to a song, but you save your energy for important things.
Right, because I know the battery's low.
But here's the problem. We don't have a battery indicator for ourselves. We don't wake up and see, today you have 47% energy. We just push and then wonder why we crash.
Oh, that makes so much sense. So when I'm calling myself lazy, maybe I'm just running on low battery.
Exactly. And there are so many things that drain your battery that you don't even realize. Poor sleep, stress, decision fatigue, comparing yourself to others on social media. All of these are using up your energy.
Decision fatigue? What's that?
It's when you make so many small decisions throughout the day that your brain gets exhausted. What to wear, what to eat, which task to do first, whether to reply to that message. Each decision uses a tiny bit of energy.
And by the end of the day, I have no energy left for the important things.
Exactly. This is why successful people often wear the same outfit every day or eat the same breakfast. They're not boring, they're smart. They're saving their decision-making energy for things that matter.
Wow, so being lazy might actually be your brain saying, hey, I'm exhausted. Can we please rest?
Yes, and when you ignore that signal and keep pushing, your brain rebels. It says, okay, fine, you won't rest? Then I'm going to make you scroll TikTok for 2 hours.
It's like a strike. My brain goes on strike.
Perfect analogy. So here's what we need to do. We need to start treating ourselves like we have limited energy, because we do.
How do we do that practically?
First, identify your high energy times. For most people, it's in the morning, but for some people, it's late at night. When do you feel most alert and focused?
For me, definitely morning. Like 9 to 11 a.m., I can conquer the world. After lunch, I'm a zombie.
Perfect. So that's your golden time. That's when you do your most important task. Not checking email, not scrolling, not organizing. Your one most important thing.
And what about the low energy times?
That's when you do easy tasks, responding to simple messages, organizing your desk, watching an educational video, things that don't require deep thinking.
So we're not fighting against our energy, we're working with it.
Exactly. And here's another important thing. Rest is not laziness. Rest is strategic. If you don't rest, you burn out. And when you burn out, you can't do anything.
I needed to hear that. I always feel guilty when I rest.
Let go of that guilt. Elite athletes rest. Business leaders rest. Your favorite successful person, they rest too. You're not a machine. You're a human being with a beautiful, complex brain that needs both challenge and recovery.
Okay, Mary, I have a confession.
Go ahead. This is a safe space.
I sometimes don't start things because I'm afraid they won't be perfect. Like, I want to start a YouTube channel in English, but I keep thinking my accent isn't good enough. My videos won't be professional. I need better equipment.
Oh, Brian, you just described perfectionism. And let me tell you something that might hurt a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Perfectionism isn't about having high standards. It's actually a very clever form of fear.
What? But I thought wanting things to be perfect was good.
There's a difference between excellence and perfectionism. Excellence says, I'll do my best with what I have right now. Perfectionism says, if I can't do it perfectly, I won't do it at all.
Oh, so perfectionism is actually giving up.
It's giving up before you even start. Think about it. If you never start your YouTube channel, you never face rejection, you never get criticized, you never fail. Your ego stays safe.
But I also never succeed.
Exactly. Perfectionism keeps you stuck. It's like standing at the edge of a pool, waiting for the perfect moment to jump in. But here's the truth. There is no perfect moment.
So, what do successful people do?
They jump. They start before they're ready, they make mistakes, they learn, they improve. The person with a messy YouTube channel and 50 videos has learned infinitely more than the person with 0 videos and a perfect plan.
That's actually freeing. So I can just start with my imperfect accent and my phone camera?
Not just can, you should. Because here's what happens when you start imperfectly. You get feedback. Real feedback from real people, not imaginary criticism from imaginary people.
Wow, I never thought about it that way.
Let me tell you about my first podcast episode. Oh my goodness, Brian. It was terrible. I said like 47 times. I forgot what I wanted to say. My audio quality was bad.
What happened?
I almost didn't publish it. I thought, this isn't good enough. But then I remembered something. Done is better than perfect. So I published it. And you know what? People were kind. They appreciated the content despite the imperfections.
And now look at you. You're hosting this whole podcast.
Because I started imperfectly, scared, but I started. And every episode I got a little bit better. That's how growth works. Not through perfection, but through repetition.
Repetition. Even if it's imperfect repetition?
Especially if it's imperfect repetition, because that's where the learning happens. You can't learn to ride a bike by reading about it perfectly. You have to fall down a few times.
So, for our listeners who are waiting for the perfect moment to speak English or start their project or make that change,
stop waiting. The perfect moment doesn't exist. The best time was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Start small, start imperfect, but start. Your future self will thank you.
Okay, Mary, this has been incredible so far, but I know our listeners are thinking, this is great, but what do I actually do? How do I change?
Perfect timing. Let's talk strategies. Real, practical things you can do today. Not complicated systems that require a PhD to understand. Simple human strategies.
I'm ready. Hit me with number 1.
Strategy number 1, the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Don't think about it, don't plan it, just do it.
Like what? Give me examples.
Sending that email, making your bed, writing 1 sentence in your journal, responding to a message, doing 5 push-ups. These tiny actions don't seem important, but they are. They build momentum.
Momentum. That's a powerful word.
It really is, because here's the thing about humans. We are terrible at starting, but once we start, we keep going. The hardest part is always the first step.
So, if I tell myself I'll just study English for 2 minutes, what usually happens?
You study for 20 minutes, because once you start, the resistance disappears. Your brain stops fighting. It thinks, oh, this isn't so bad.
That's genius. What's strategy number 2?
Strategy number 2, stack your habits. This means attaching a new habit to something you already do every day.
Can you explain that more?
Sure. You already brush your teeth every morning, right? That's automatic. So you say, after I brush my teeth, I will read 1 page in English. Or after I make my coffee, I will write 3 things I'm grateful for.
Oh, so I'm using an existing habit as a trigger for a new habit.
Exactly. The trigger is already there. You just need to attach the new behavior. This is so much easier than trying to remember a random new habit throughout the day.
I love this. What about strategy number 3?
Strategy number 3, make it visible. If you want to do something, make it impossible to ignore.
How?
Want to practice guitar? Put the guitar in the middle of your room, not in the closet. Want to read more? Put a book on your pillow. Want to exercise? Put your workout clothes next to your bed.
So we're designing our environment to support our goals.
Yes, because willpower is limited. But if your environment is set up correctly, you don't need willpower. The path of least resistance becomes the path you want to take.
That's brilliant. Give me one more strategy.
Strategy number 4, celebrate small wins. This is so important, Brian. So important.
Why is this one so important?
Because most people only celebrate when they achieve the final goal. They lose 30 pounds, then they celebrate. They become fluent in English, then they celebrate. But what about all the small victories along the way?
We ignore them.
Exactly, and that's a mistake. Your brain needs positive feedback to keep going, so celebrate everything. You studied for 15 minutes? Celebrate. You spoke English with someone for 5 minutes? Celebrate. You got out of bed when you didn't want to? Celebrate.
How do we celebrate?
It doesn't have to be big. It can be as simple as saying out loud, I did it, or doing a little dance, or texting a friend, or giving yourself a high five in the mirror. The point is to acknowledge your effort.
This feels almost silly, but also powerful, right?
It is powerful because you're training your brain to associate positive feelings with productive actions. And when something feels good, you want to do it again. That's how habits are built.
All right, everyone, time for our vocabulary lesson. We're going to slow down and look at some really useful words and phrases from today's episode.
These are words you can use in your everyday life, not complicated textbook words, real English that real people use.
First word, procrastinate. Mary, can you explain this one?
Sure. Procrastinate means to delay doing something that you should do. You know you need to do it, but you keep putting it off.
Example, I need to study for my exam, but I keep procrastinating by watching videos.
Another example, she procrastinated on her project for 2 weeks and now it's due tomorrow.
Everyone listening, repeat after me. Procrastinate. Procrastinate.
Next word, momentum. This is such a great word.
Momentum is the force or energy that makes something keep moving forward. In life, it means when you start doing something and it becomes easier to continue.
Example, once I started my morning routine, I built momentum and finished all my tasks.
Another example, the team was losing, but they gained momentum in the second half and won the game.
Repeat, momentum. Mo-men-tem.
Next phrase, burn out. This is really important to understand.
To burn out means to become completely exhausted, usually from working too hard for too long without rest. When you burn out, you have no energy left.
Example, she worked 12 hours a day for 6 months and eventually burned out.
Another example, I need to rest this weekend or I'm going to burn out.
Repeat, burn out. Burn out.
Next one, overwhelmed. This is a feeling word.
When you feel overwhelmed, you feel like there's too much to do or too much to handle. Everything feels like too much.
Example, I have 3 projects, 2 exams, and a presentation next week. I feel completely overwhelmed.
Another example, when I started learning English, I felt overwhelmed by all the grammar rules.
Repeat, overwhelmed. Overwhelmed.
Last phrase for today, call out. This is an informal phrase.
To call someone out means to point out something they're doing wrong or to expose the truth about something, often in a direct way.
Example, my friend called me out for always being late, and he was right.
Another example, this podcast really called me out. I am ambitious but lazy.
Repeat, call out. Call out.
Wow, Brian, we covered a lot today.
We really did, and I hope everyone listening feels a little bit lighter right now.
Lighter. That's a perfect word. Because the truth is, you're not lazy. You're not broken. You're not a failure.
You're just human, and being human means you have limitations. You have fears. You have energy that goes up and down.
And the beautiful thing? All of that is okay. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start. Small, imperfect, but you need to start.
Let me ask everyone listening something important. What's one tiny thing you can do today? Not tomorrow, not next week, today.
Maybe it's sending one message in English. Maybe it's doing 5 minutes of vocabulary practice. Maybe it's writing down one goal. Whatever it is, make it so small that you can't say no.
And then, after you do it, celebrate. Tell yourself, I did it, because you did. And that tiny action, that's how change begins.
You know what I love about our listeners? You're here. You're learning English. You're trying to improve your life. That already makes you ambitious.
And maybe sometimes you're lazy too. But that's okay. We all are. The key is not letting the lazy part win every single time.
Remember, you don't have to change your whole life today. You just have to change the next 5 minutes, and then the next 5 minutes after that.
One small step at a time. And before you know it, you'll look back and realize how far you've come.
Now, before we go, we want to hear from you. Leave a comment and tell us, what's one small action you're going to take today?
Just one sentence, in English. It doesn't have to be perfect. We just want to hear your commitment.
And if this episode helped you, please hit that like button and subscribe. It helps other English learners find us, and it tells us to make more episodes like this.
Also, share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. We all have that friend who has big dreams but keeps putting them off. Send them this episode. It might be exactly what they need today.
Remember, learning English is a marathon, not a sprint. Some days you'll feel motivated. Some days you'll want to quit. But the secret is to keep showing up even when you don't feel like it.
Because every single time you listen to an episode like this, you're improving. Every word you hear, every phrase you understand, it all counts.
And we're so proud of you. Seriously, you could be doing anything right now, but you chose to invest in yourself. That's powerful.
So thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting us with your time, and thank you for being on this English learning journey.
This has been the It's English podcast. I'm Mary.
And I'm Brian.
Keep dreaming big.
But start small.
We believe in you.
And we'll see you in the next episode. Until then, take care of yourself.
Be kind to yourself.
And remember, you are ambitious.
You are capable.
And you are exactly where you need to be.
Goodbye.